Guys, we're back, Modern Farming Podcast. We're still continuing our episode 23. If you're seeing this as a part of a YouTube video, that's because we decided to take this clip and put it on YouTube because of how crazy it is. What we're doing today is we have 4 different types of champagne, and they're right around the $20 mark, where we have a $224 bottle of champagne, Dom Perignon, and we're going through each of them and actually seeing if there's some damn difference between $200 bottle of champagne versus $20 of champagne. So let's start from the cheapest to the most expensive. I've got the receipt here. Let's start just like that. We have our $20.89, which is our Brut. Where's this Brut at? Extra Brut. I'm not sure that's what you call it. It's 1884. 70% Chardonnay and 30% Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
So similar to Dom Perignon. Let's compare. I'm pretty sure we can compare everything to Dom Perignon, right?
Yeah.
But this is $20, where this one is $224.
Yeah.
It says on the label that it's goldish yellow color and fine bubbles, elegant creamy sound in the mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's also from Argentina, where I think everything else here is from Italy.
Yeah, it says product of Argentina. Well, no, Prosecco's from Italy. Is Botegga from Italy as well?
Yeah, looks like
We're
it.
about to find out.
What's the price on this?
This one was $20.89.
Okay, so I'm on a website called Wine Searcher.
Uh-huh.
So you can find it for $7 Canadian though.
God damn. So I bought it
It might
from
not be the exact same.
the liquor store on High Street.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're doing champagne is because, listen, we're going to the new decade here. A lot of people will be popping bubbly, especially when the clock goes 12.
Yeah.
We're going to 2020, brand new decade, brand new year, time for New Year's, time for celebration, and obviously New Year's resolutions. So starting off right, getting drunk. And we got our $20 bottle of champagne, which it looks very similar. Like I'd say like it's very similar to the Dom Perignon. It has beige label,
Yeah.
black tinfoil or wrap, and it has cage at the top, which this one does as well.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more slender, where this is a little bit more chubby and a thicker bottle. If this was $224 and this was $20, would you really know?
No.
Would you really know the difference?
This looks nice.
Right? There's nothing wrong with it. It says 1884 on it.
Yeah.
The reason why Dom Perignon, I guess in the mind, the brand that it has, is that everybody knows about Dom. Right? You call it Dom, it's pop a bottle of Dom, go to the club, pop a bottle of Dom. That's the classic thing people do, get ace of spades, you know? It's up there, it's a premium level, premium price tag with it. So now we're gonna actually see if it has associated with a premium taste. Dom Perignon is very unique in the sense that you leave the tinfoil on when you open up the cage, because this tinfoil has actually been on since the vintage that it is. So it's a 2008 vintage. It's been on there for what? 11 years, 12 years. Where this guy over here is not a vintage. It says 1884 on it, giving it that kind of old look, but it's actually not a vintage, meaning that it's not from a particular year. It could be a blend of grapes from 2009 to, you know, from whatever. It could just be from last year, it could just be from, I'm sure probably from last year, right, most likely.
Who knows?
Exactly. But it's not something that you keep, it's not something that you hold on in bottle and you age. It's something that it's made to drink
right
at
away.
any time.
Yeah.
So in regards to the Dom and champagne in general, did you know champagne is from this particular place in France?
Yes.
That's not a common thing that a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
Champagne is something that people think is just a type of liquid that they're drinking. The reason why it's called champagne is because it's from a particular place in France.
Yeah.
And it's made from grapes, which is common, pretty common knowledge I think that people would associate with.
Yeah.
And it is bubbly. I don't know why. Why is champagne bubbly compared to extra wine? Do you know why?
I know the way to make bubbly wine is that you have basically a different procedure, like you use different tanks, right? When you have wine, you can make bubbly out of basically any grape if you like, because there's CO2 naturally produced when the fermentation is going on. You just have to have a different tank that can withstand the pressure. That tank is called a bright tank. So I'm not exactly sure why Champagne region, those grapes are commonly known to make bubbly wine. Prosecco, on the other hand, that's a region in Italy. That's the same sort of thing. Why is Prosecco a good place to make sparkling wine?
Well, Botegga on the other side. Where's this guy from? This is from
Italy as well.
Italy as well.
Yeah.
So are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Product of Italy. Yes, you're 100% correct. So Botegga is made in Veneto, Italy. Okay, where Prosecco is made in.
Prosecco.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's made in Prosecco. Prosecco is Italy's answer to refreshing, well-made, dry sparkling wine, quickly becoming one of the most popular bubbly for any occasion worthy of celebration. Using the Charme method of sparkling wine allows the wine to retain its freshness and results in truly charming wine. An excellent aperitif it is the best served chilled and on ice.
Yeah.
Okay, so whereas Botegga, sparkling wine, Vinmosoir, produced by Produtti por Bottega Spa Godego di Santo Barano. I probably butchered it. But look at this bottle compared to everything else. It looks like a celebration just by looking at it, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to touch on. Is most of the time when people buy champagne, right, it's for celebration. Like you don't sit down, open a bottle of champagne and drink it.
100%.
Unless like you're
Exactly.
like that's the biggest thing about these wines.
Yeah.
It's like if you're having a celebration, like a regular celebration, these is what you pick. If you want to have like a really big celebration, like somebody's wedding, you pick the Dom Perignon.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the way I look at it, right?
Whereas if you're going to the club, you want to get a table, you get a bottle of Dom Perignon.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, when you're in the table and you're drinking Dom Perignon, many people don't actually drink it because it doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
It's just for the clout to bring it out. You know what I mean?
100%.
It comes in a box with a
That's
fancy
something I
box
wanna
somewhere
mention,
here. It's the top of the box, but it comes in this box that when you go buy it from the liquor store. And it's just the factor of like, hey, look at me, I can buy a bottle of Dom Perignon, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're gonna celebrate, why not just get a bottle of one of these? So let's actually look at that. Where this Extra Brut is something else. It's 1884 brand. Extra Brut is the style of the champagne.
Yeah.
It means extra dry.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what the rest of it's gonna taste like. Should we get into it?
Let's try it.
Let's try it. So let's open up.
The extra
Extra Brut first because it's so dry.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So do you know one thing I learned on a wine tour in South America when I was there? I was going to this specific wine area, I forget the name. But they talked about champagne. How many twists does it take to open a bottle of champagne?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So the usual answer, right, is 3 whole twists.
3 pull twists?
Whole twist.
Whole twist. So yeah, that
3
makes
whole
sense.
twists, right? But it's a trick answer. Trick answer. Trick answer. it's It's a trick answer because it's actually 6 half twists.
6 half twists.
6 half twists.
So as I was pouring it, you could see the carbon dioxide gas.
So that's celebration, like that,
Come on.
that pop noise.
There's some of the tinfoils in there, but no big deal.
It's
So
celebration.
this one's for you.
I'm not drinking tinfoil, right?
Not a big deal, man. Just pick it out as it comes.
The apple.
As pouring it, you can see all that fizz and carbon dioxide. And I actually looked up the definition when we were on my phone in the break, and it said that the reason why this is bubbly is because the carbon dioxide gets released, the sugar and the yeast combination,
Yeah.
and the carbon dioxide gets released when you actually pop the cork.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense to me how a winery, or a place where you produce champagne, would have bubbly champagne all the way throughout the process. But it does make sense to me that it would become bubbly inside the bottle. Does it make sense?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
If it was bubbly inside the bottle, right? That's a very fancy. I'm not sure if it's a very fancy champagne, but it means that the wine is actually fermenting in the bottle.
Shit.
Which means like either the yeast are left in there and it's still fermenting slightly, right? And like that's every single, like basically the wine you're using, right? You're fermenting inside the bottle. Like I don't know,
Check the facts. Check the facts to see if someone leave a comment to actually see if the wine is bubbly before it gets into the bottle.
100%.
Or gets bubbly. It is. Okay, let's look at the color.
It's very, very pale yellow.
Very yellow. Very yellow. I'd say it's golden yellow. It's got legs to it too, eh? How much percent alcohol do we have here?
I think it's around 11.
It is 12.4.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. So strong 12. Give it a little sip or sniff.
Yeah, I like the bubbles. Like the presentation is very celebration-y, right? When
What do you
put it-
smell on it?
Definitely apple.
I say pear,
Like
citrus, right?
Green apple.
Yeah, 100%. Sour citrus.
Looking for that tinfoil. I don't want to put it in my mouth.
Go for another one.
Doesn't taste that bad.
It's very easy to drink.
Yeah. It's not sweet, but it's not dry.
No, I've had way drier wines than this.
Yeah. So.
But it's not acidic.
Oh,
Very low acidity.
easy drinking.
Easy drinking.
Yeah.
Has some sweetness to it.
Yeah.
I would say you can get tastes of the citrus while you're drinking as well. It goes down very subtle. No, it's good. I think it's a great, well put together champagne.
Yeah.
All right.
One big thing.
One more
about,
cheers?
Yeah. One big thing about champagne, right? Obviously, use it for celebrations, right? But you can also use it for mixed drinks. So what you can do with this, what I tell people to do with our wines, sure it's a plug, but it's very true, is for dessert wines, you can mix, because people don't like really sweet wines, right? This wine is dry, so if you get 2/3 of our dessert wines and 1/3 of this, you make it with a nice spritzer. It cuts the sweetness, but you still get the flavor coming through.
100%.
So that's a really good way to use champagne.
Definitely.
Even with like punches or things like that, you can add a little bit of sparkle to it.
I would say this is like a really good wine to mix with.
Yeah.
It has
Because
very
it's not expensive.
yes.
Right? You can also celebrate with it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any off notes like you were saying. It's a solid foundation for any drink that you want to mix it in.
Yeah.
But it also is enjoyable in a sense,
Yeah.
right? You're trying to get that tinfoil. You got it.
So I don't want to drink the whole thing.
Okay, let's look at just drink it.
I'm gonna find something to dump it in.
Your mouth.
Okay, now we're on the next bottle,
Yeah.
the Prosecco. This guy's made it from Italy, where this one was from Argentina, right?
Yeah.
And then now we have another Italy one, and this one is from France. So we're going all the way around Europe.
Yeah.
So, product of Italy, I'll read the back real quick. Did I already read the back? I think we did. 750 milliliters, same bottle size, 11.5 milliliters, or 11.5% of alcohol. I like the bottle, I like the colors that we used on this, that it pops, the yellow. So I appreciate this tinfoil because they have this red little tag. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera. To take this down tinfoil off, this tinfoil is freaking annoying. Especially if there's a cage around it, you want to beat up your fingers for no reason. So taking this guy off,
That was easy.
ooh, that's it. Look at that. It's beautiful.
But don't point it towards your eye.
Little. Okay, as you can see the carbon dioxide floating on it.
Yeah.
You see that right there?
Yeah.
So
You-
and it's bubbling in there.
Do you know what that noise is?
What is
Where
that?
that noise comes from? That's actually the air going back inside the bottle. That's what creates that noise.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pour this.
No tinfoil this time.
No tinfoil, buddy.
One more. So it's good to note the color actually, because I think with the 1884, like when I read online, it said it was left on the lees for a longer time. What lees are is the yeast, right? The yeast can be like inside the yeast you can have skins, you can have different things like that, right? So that's where it gets the color from. So that pale yellow color, I think it came from it's sitting on the lees for a longer time.
100%.
So this is lighter, so it means it didn't sit as long. So it might have different flavors. Like that lees adds different flavors to the wines. So that color is an indicator of how the product was made.
I see. A lot of people denote the legs coming down with the alcohol behind it, but then I've read articles to say that the science behind that isn't even true.
I don't know.
But people do say, hey, listen, if the legs come down slower, like the drops around the glass of the legs of
whatever the wine.
If the wine comes down slower on the sides of the glass, means that there's more alcohol than there is less, right? That's the actual denoting factor on that. But I was saying there's not much science to go behind that based off the articles that I've read. So you're gonna go with a sniff? Very floral aroma. I feel like this is gonna be very enjoyable. Sweet. I love mimosas. This is the key mimosa drink. Have you had mimosas before?
Yeah.
So for brunch, have your mimosas. Cheers. Go for a drink.
Yeah, I agree with floral.
I still prefer. Like, what do you say compared to these two?
I like 1884 better.
Yeah, that comes out on top.
Yeah, almost.
It's not as sweet. I prefer the 1884 sweetness.
It's because it's a little bit sweeter, yeah.
Right, but this mixed with orange juice is excellent.
It's really good.
It's excellent.
It's made for mixing drinks.
But then again, do we debate that the 1884 is good mixed with orange juice? I think that's something to try.
Yeah,
Don't you
I
think?
mean, yeah, this is why I always say one of your wine tasters mix this with Prosecco.
Exactly.
So Prosecco is like a brilliant wine to mix with.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up,
For sure. All right, now we're on to
Botegga.
the most shiny bottle of all of them, the Bottega Rose Gold.
Very feminine.
Yeah, it is. Botegga makes a few different types of champagne. One of them is actually all gold. This one is rose gold. And let's go for the open. So it's got a pap that goes all the way around as well.
Yeah, I think you said this is a blend, right?
Yeah.
I think it'll be anticlimactic. Or climatic. Yeah, that was definitely not anti.
Okay.
Ooh, it's got fruity.
Whoa! Smell this.
Interesting.
One thing I noticed right off the bat, this bottle's clear, man. Look at all the rest of the bottles.
Yeah.
This bottle's clear. It just has a coating all the way around it.
Wrapping, yeah. Oh, wow, look at that
Look
color.
at the color, man.
The color definitely matches the bottle.
Okay, I'm not sure if you're supposed to pour bubbly like this or pour it like this.
I don't know.
I have no clue. This guy
gives
just
it-
poured his bubbly. That's the way it came out.
That's it. It protects it. Remember, you had beer.
You have the head.
You have the head.
Very true. Okay. Cheers, Lee.
Cheers.
Let's go for a smell.
Look at the color. So the first one is very yellow. Second one is very clear. This one is very pink, and that has to do with the grapes as well. You know, we make a rosé, and the rosé is a reddish pink, just like this. That means it was a blend, right? So this might be a blend of white grapes and red grapes.
Okay, go for a smell, dude. Tell me what you smell. Your descriptions of smell are very
There's a lot
interesting.
more CO2. I get a lot more CO2.
You?
I think of the way I poured it.
Is it because you have a big ass nose, man?
It's very valuable asset. I almost won the Oreo game because of my nose.
Don't know what that is.
Remember the Oreo game we played?
Oh, that's so true.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, just go for a smell or taste.
Yes.
Try it.
Less metallic and more bubbly.
More wine. I taste way more wine.
Yeah.
Way less club soda. You know, that's the right way to put champagne is. Does it taste like wine, or does it taste like club soda? To be honest, the most frank way to put wine or champagne.
Yeah, I don't know. I get the sparkliness of it too, but I get the wine as well. It's a good blend.
You taste with the notes on it, right?
I taste a lot of bubbles. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way that I poured it in the glass.
I think the way that you can characterize a champagne after trying these three is to understand that if it gives you actual flavors that you can pull off while it goes down your tongue and the rest of your esophagus, to say that this is actually has flavor and characteristics to it. Whereas that Prosecco that we tried, it was a lot like club soda, and just like sparkly water. Okay, so we got Dom Perignon over here, and they said that you're not supposed to peel the tinfoil. Grab the cage like the tinfoil is not there. Okay? Grab the cage like the tinfoil is not there. So let's just do some searching.
Okay then.
What I mean by they is like some random article on Google, so who knows if it's actual facts.
This is a cage right here.
So grab it, rip it out, grab that damn thing. It has to do with the clout of the Dom Perignon. Another denoting factor that really makes this champagne different than other champagnes is that this is the actual vintage, meaning that it was from a particular year, 2008 being in this bottle, that we're drinking. And whereas these champagnes, the Botegga, the Prosecco, or the 1884, could be from any random year, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whereas this one over here, 2008.
There we go. Figured it out. Should I shake it up a little bit?
Do not shake anything, man.
Okay. There we go. Woo! Buddy! Oops. I did not shake it. This is his Dom Perignon doing its thing. Woo! Buddy! Oops. I did not shake it. This is his Dom Perignon. I feel like that was the most grand.
It spilling over top, I think has to do with the clear indication that the bottle, they make it to spill over top. It has to do with the experience of opening it. Don't you think?
I agree 100%.
Right away.
Yeah.
It has to do with the experience of actually opening it, and that gives it the talking factor.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just, it looks great. You take a Snapchat.
It's a showcase about it.
Yeah.
It has that provenance. If you've never seen the label of Dom Perignon, it says vintage 2008, and that is a very common not very common, but it's a very common way to say that a wine is worth its money. It's that it's been aged for a very long time.
Yeah.
And this is a wine, even though it's champagne, it's made from grapes. The grapes being Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
That is Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
And Dom Perignon is actually named after an individual named Dom Pierre from France.
That's what you get.
Before you drink, you better sniff it. Use that big ass nose you have here.
Wow, this is the most less fruity, less floral,
Right?
more earthy,
100% very earthy.
more earthy, very earthy.
A lot of people are like, hey, why are you putting your nose into the glass? But like, I feel like that's the right way to actually sniff it.
I mean, I heard somewhere that 80% of your taste buds are in your nose. If you close
That's very true.
If you close your nose and eat food, it tastes different. Why is it different with wine? Should we go for sip?
Let's do it. Cheers, buddy. Whenever I drink an old vintage like this, I think about the time period that people are in and what was happening.
Yeah.
It's not a long time ago, but it is over 10 years. Coming into the New Year's, drinking something from 2008. Imagine they were going to get it too close to the end of the decade, right? And there's a lot of things happening in the economic standpoint, such as the big recession that was coming up. Well, this is from France. I'm not sure what was happening in France in 2008, but however, yeah, they obviously got affected by the recession, 100%. But they were out in the field picking these grapes in that time period. Maybe they had some global warming trends or what was happening, but they're farmers at the end of the day, and just as we are farmers at the end of the day, they're harvesting grapes which were going to be bottled for over 15 years, or over, 12 years, right? And people are still drinking it. Because when I went to that liquor store to get this, they had probably about 30 of these sitting in the shelves, locked up obviously, but they had quite a bit of them. So I'm sure people are still going to be aging them for a long, long time.
Yeah, interesting thing. I feel like I've been to a few parties, a few occasions where we've had Dom Perignon. I feel like all of them have been 2008.
I think I'm gonna go get a bottle of this after this, just a bottle and put it away. Listen, put that phone away and turn your clock back to actually get back to the point of this damn video of what we're comparing a $224 bottle of champagne compared to $20 champagne.
I feel like I wouldn't know the difference. If I just had glasses, I wouldn't know the difference.
If Jason said, hey listen, we're doing a blind test, put them all out there, I would say that 1884 is a $224 damn champagne, don't you think?
It's better. It's better to drink.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It tastes way better than any of the champagnes that we tried.
Yeah.
Not just putting Dom Perignon down because obviously it has brand name to it.
Yeah.
But in regards to the actual product itself, when you taste it, it is very unexciting.
Yeah.
There's no interest to it. It's a simple champagne.
That's 100% branding, you know?
Oh yeah. This is like a classic champagne taste, but it's not enjoyable in a sense. Don't you think?
Good. Yeah.
It's not that good.
It's saying not that good. It's very subjective. Like it's good. It tastes like champagne. It doesn't taste like amazing.
I agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. There you go, guys. We've went through these 4 champagnes for you. Some of the most common champagnes that are known in the community of champagne drinkers, or brunch drinkers, or people who go out and celebrate, especially with New Year's coming. Our recommendation, well, my recommendation anyways, is to get yourself a bottle of 1884, go to the recycling depot, get yourself a bottle of Dom Perignon, take 1884 and pour it into the Dom Perignon, and actually enjoy yourself some good champagne. Because this tastes way better than this Dom Perignon over here, even though it's a fraction of the cost. 1/10 of the cost. $224 bottle of champagne compared to $20 champagne. 1884 came on top, hands down.
I have a little bit different perspective.
Let's go for it.
Okay, 1884. If you want to go home, drink champagne, take 1884. If you want to mix drinks, right? You want to have a good mixed drinks with different types of cocktails, take Prosecco. If you're going to a dinner table and you want to have an image that's classy but still nice, I would say take 15 champagne glasses, fill them with Botegga, put them on the table. If you're going to a party and you want to get wasted, take Dom Perignon. That's how I look at these wines.
Well played.
Yeah.
If you want to party, show off your clout, take the Dom. 100%.
Dom Perignon. Yeah, and that's why people That's why rappers say Dom Perignon.
100%. You got that Gucci, you got that Givenchy, take Dom.
Yes,
100%.
yeah. But 1884, that's good value.
Understand. But in regards to taste, what do you think?
1884.
There you go, boys.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Okay. $20 champagne, better than $2.24. Modern Farm Podcast.
Más o menos.